Hi. Today's Review Monday is going to be on Abarat by Clive Barker. Abarat's one of those books that I just kind of picked up off the shelf because it looked interesting, and I was right. It was interesting. Abarat's reminded me why I like fantasy. The Abarat is a realm of 25 islands, and what's unique about these islands is that each one is set at a different hour of the day. So in the island of Yebadib Day, it's always 8 o'clock p.m. The island of Ninnyhammer, it's always 10 o'clock p.m. In Nantes, it's always 3 p.m. And no, I did not misspeak. I did say 25 islands. Odin's Spire is the 25th hour. The creatures that inhabit the Abarat are about as imaginative as any fantasy creatures that I've read about. The first Abarashian character that we meet, John Mischief, is a short little red man with antlers, and on his antlers hang the heads of his 7 brothers, who talk and have minds and personalities all their own. So you don't get typical fantasy creatures like centaurs and mermaids and all that sort of thing. You get unique characters that are all Clive Barker's own creation, along with the occasional human-like person. This fantasy land of the Abarat was obviously inspired by a number of different fantasy lands. It has the nonsensical imagination of Lewis Carroll, the detail of J.R.R. Tolkien, the innocence of J.M. Barrie. It's imagination at its best, and it's set right next to the mundane hometown of Candy Quackenbush, Chickentown, Minnesota, and you can all Google that and see if it's a real place. I don't know. But it's a small town whose greatest claim to fame is that they're the chicken capital of the world, or something like that. And Candy crosses over into the Abarat and explores the islands and has all sorts of different adventures. That's all I'm going to tell you about this particular book. I'm going to let you read it for yourself. The Abarat really has to be experienced. Abarat is actually a series. There are currently 2 books published. I've read both of them. The first one is simply called Abarat. The second one is Abarat, Days of Magic, Nights of War. And I think the next novel in the series is set to come out at the end of this year. The first book kind of just lays out the exposition and describes the various islands and so on, and the story kind of gets started, but it really doesn't get going until book 2. So if you're a fan of fantasy, find these books and read them. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.